Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day.
These are going to be the door panels that we're removing today. This is the rear door panel on the Ram 2500. This one actually comes equipped with the Harman Kardon factory system in it. These are some really nice door panels. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these T15 little screws out of here, back thread them, and then we're going to pull these out. And they're all down the door panel all the way around here as well. Got our T15 on here, and then we're just going to back them out as far as we can get them, and then we can take like a hook tool or whatever and get the rest of the piece out. And then basically what happens when you pull that out with the hook tool, that's how it'll come out, is in two pieces right there. You're gonna have to do that for every single one that's on this door panel. We have all these bolts, what a couple little plastic rivet bolt things. We're going to take our plastic pry tool and we're going to pry this piece right here all the way out, because we need it out because it sits on overlapping on top of this part right here. So we're going to plastic pry tool and we're going to pop this out. Here's what the back side looks like with the 3 clips, and then there's what it looks like when it's removed right there. And then the next step after this, what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece out right here, which if you have a long nail like me, you can fit your nail in there or use a pick tool to try to get in here. Just want to be careful, you don't want to tear this plastic piece up. Took our plastic pry tool right in here, pushed in. We pushed in and pulled out this, and then here's what your back side looks like. It's just kind of clipped in, and it kind of hangs on the bottom. And then behind here, you're going to have your Phillips head screw. We've got our screw removed, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pick up on the door panel. So we want to pull up. You don't want to pull out. So you want to basically grab a hold of it and pull up, and then that will release the levers in the back. Want to take off this part, I'm terribly sorry. You want to just pull on this just a little bit. It will come out and then guide itself out. Now this guy right here is plugged in right here to this plug, and the way you want to get him out of there, he's underneath like this, and you'll want to push this little guy right here. So basically right here, there's a little guy like this, and you just push that in, and that will pull right up. It's on the bottom, so you kind of gotta twist it and then push here and then pull up. And then once you get all this unplugged, or basically this unplugged and this piece off of here, now you're able to lift up on the door panel. Easier, I stuck my hand underneath here and pushed up on this, and then basically what I'll do is I'll unplug it right here, and then that will unplug this. So because this is such short right here, you can't get the door panel back enough to get it pulled up correctly. So I reached my hand in here and kind of pushed up like this, and then got this, and then we're gonna go ahead and unplug this part right here so that we can take this plug out. Pull this door panel off, you're gonna have another one of those style of clips right there, where you'll wanna click it right here onto the side, right there, and you want to unplug that because it's still connected to the door panel itself. Here's the back of the door panel and what it looks like. That way you can kind of see these, like I call them J-hooks, basically, and that's what holds them down. Dodge and Ram have been doing that for years. One thing that kind of screw people up is they start pulling out and don't realize those are on there, and then they break them off. Here's what the actual skin looks like underneath there, and the cool thing about these vehicles is they do come with 6x9s, which is awesome. So we're going to be replacing these out with 6x9s as well. To remove these is a 5mm. We're going to remove all 4 of these screws to get the speaker out. We are probably going to replace these screws because these heads with 5mm are terrible, so I'm probably going to replace them with 4 new screws so that they use a Phillips head and get rid of these stupid 5mm. I hate these things. And we're going to go ahead and mount the new speakers onto here. These are the harnesses that we're going to be using. We're going to be plugging these in right here, which is a 726514. We're going to be plugging those into here. And if you do need an extension one that's longer, they make a 72-6514-12 that's 12 inches instead of the shorter term that you have here with some of the vehicles where you want to get it behind here and you can't get it to reach and you need more length. But this with the speaker harness should be plenty for us for using these standard ones right here, which is the 72-6514. I'll put a link down below, down in the description underneath, where you can buy these. This is the color of the passenger rear, is a green with like a gray, and it looks like just a green. Oh no, that's a green with a light green. So you got green gray and then green with a light green for this passenger rear speaker. These are the speakers we're going to be using today from JL Audio, the C2-690TX. These are a 6x9. We will also put down in the description down below some other good 6x9s that we use that you can actually just click on the link and buy them as well. These are the ones that the customer supplied us with, so this is what we're going to go with today. Because of this capacitor being on here and this magnet being huge, we went ahead and took our Dremel tool and we Dremeled right here and trimmed this piece out. So we just took our Dremel tool right here and then we just Dremeled this part right here out. That way it just had more room for the capacitor to sit down there and have more depth. Here's your size comparison right here, factory. And there is aftermarket gel. Big difference between the two. There's your dual cone. And there's your extra tweeter. Just a big difference. Big difference in materials as well. Now the only thing I don't like about the gels is they still use this foam. It still works great in plastic, but it'd be nice to use the rubber, but they're still great speakers. We got our speaker harness connected to our two terminals right here. Everything bolts up like negative, positive, and then we're going to take this connector and we're going to plug it in right here to the factory connector, and then everything will be plug and play. On the passenger rear, the green with the light green stripe is the positive, and the green with the gray stripe is the negative. So just remember that that is the passenger rear. Got the speaker installed. We did put new screws in it, got rid of those old ones, and everything's mounted in. It's super flush, fits in there really good, especially after we cut that little spot in the back, but 6x9s are installed.